There we go. All right. Sweet. Yes. No. I have poor connection. What's up, guys? Welcome in. What's up? What's up? What's up? We'll get started just a minute. What's up? Where are you? YouTube. What's up, YouTube? So I have Whatnot over here, and then I have YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram on the other stream. So what is up, guys? Thanks for jumping in. Instagram may be frozen, but that's cool. No way! Sweet, you're in for a treat there. Is it chai or chi? So I don't want to butcher it. I am hardlined in, so we should be pretty good. Sweet. All right, so for those of you on Whatnot over here, I'm going to get ready. You guys have been in my tissue culture lives before. I'm just going to switch the camera over to there, to the box, so you guys can see the box. And then same for you guys on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. I'm like 100% sure Instagram is frozen, but that's cool. All right, so all we're doing today is we are transferring some tissue culture from one media to another. So we'll be under the box. I won't be able to talk a whole lot, but afterwards, if anybody's got questions on any of the platforms, just let me know. I do sell some. If you're on Whatnot, they're in the shop right now. And if you want to buy a couple, we could talk after. If you're on YouTube or Facebook, just message me. You know how that goes. So I'm going to transfer you guys over to the box, and then we'll get started. I'm going to start over here. Make sure everything looks all right. All right, and for sweet, cool. Yeah, if you're interested in anything, just let me know. I'm going to move you guys. We're going to go under the hood here. Bear with me as I get it set up there. Try not to make you guys fall too much. There we go. All right. I'm going to just wash my hands and then we'll get started. Sweet. What is up? What's up, guys? So if you're just joining on Whatnot or YouTube, we are getting ready to just transfer some tissue culture. If you got any questions, feel free to ask them. I'll scroll back up once I'm done. All I'm doing right now is throwing some gloves on. this is the best angle shot I got for you guys, so you guys can see everything that's going on for the most part. All right, sweet. What's up? What's up? Okay. So all I'm going to do right now is I'm just using isopropyl alcohol and we're spraying our hands so that I can put everything into the glass bead sterilizer. I'll try to talk about what plants I have as I go. If you're on Whatnot, if you guys feel like sharing the stream, that would be awesome. You guys know how it goes. What's up, guys? If you're just joining us, we're getting ready to put up some or transfer some tissue culture over. We haven't really started anything. We're just getting everything ready. What's up, guys? Actually, okay. The first one we're gonna work on, and most of this will be pretty quick. It'll be our Monstera Tycon. We're gonna take it out of here and we're gonna put it into multiplication media. And this just has charcoal in it. It's your regular mix you guys can find online. Sorry, I gotta move this way just smidge. That was exciting. What's up, guys? Welcome in. All right, so all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna crack this open and then we're gonna take it out and drop it into our new multiplication media. Nothing fancy, nothing crazy. I just let my tools cool off just for a second. Trying to get her to stand up, and then we're just going to pop on the lid. And there is our first one. Oh, I see a question. What question you got for me there, bud? Hold on. Yeah. So that's coming out of rooting media, so I could do more multiplication. Something. What I like to do with fresher TCs is I will put them into rooting media to get them really established. That way, so after that process, what I'll do is then I'll put them in multiplication media. And all I'm doing is taking some of this, wrapping it around just to help that much more to protect everything. I will do one more step when we wrap up. It's just an extra UV sterilizer. Just going to drop a label so I don't forget. And there we go. So right now, all I'm doing is multiplication, and then the back half will be rooting. So things I'm going to end up selling. And if anybody has questions in the chat afterwards, just let me know. I'm going to try not to get out too much. Yes. So all I'm doing is just waiting a second to let everything kind of flash off for me, because we ended up touching stuff. What's up, guys? Welcome in. Welcome in. Help me out. Share that live stream. So this is just going to be alopecia dragon scale mint. It's coming out of rooting hormone. Now we're gonna put it into multiplication media. Hopefully, if everything goes well, in about 4 weeks, we will be able to subculture those and have more. I just like to cool it off just for a second so we don't damage any of the tissue from the heat. Sometimes you end up like this, and we get a lot of good agar on there. But check that. So those are pretty good roots. So now that we have the good roots, we're going to drop it back in. Trying to make sure not to do it on the side. No, I don't like that. So that guy did not have as much media in as I would like. So we're just going to call an audible here. We're going to open this one up. Take the other one out. It just wasn't very deep. I thought it had a lot more in there than that, but that's okay. No problem. We just fix it. There we go. Yeah, so the main thing, I just want to make sure that I don't let it hit the side. What's up, guys? I saw a couple questions. I'll come out for a second. Yes. Who was that? Oh, man, playing in dirt. Let me mod you. I'll mod you if you're going to... Crap. Why won't it let me mod you? There we go. Yeah, so right now, I have some in multiplication and some... You want a TC badly. Well, check out the bin. You can wait till after 2 if you want. Let me know. All my dogs decided they wanted to play at this moment in time, right next to me. Okay. So we have to call a little bit of an audible. It's all right. Thanks for jumping in, guys. If you got any questions, just hold them till the end. My dogs decided they're going to fight right next to me right this second. All right, no problem. So I'm just going to take an extra minute to clean this off because we got quite a bit. Probably touched too much stuff. All right. Gotta kind of think what I'm gonna do. All right, we're gonna audible it to the Ninja. Would anybody be interested in an elbow Ninja right now? It is it's throwing out a brand new white leaf though. All right. Yeah, I'll probably put in multiplication media. Sorry, I know it's hard to hear me. So mouthy they are. What's up, guys? Thanks for jumping in. And all I'm doing is waiting in between when I pull this out just for a few seconds because I don't want it to damage the tissue. So you guys can see that's essentially a corm sprouted. That's what that is. Yeah, we're just gonna pop that guy off. So if anything is dead like that, we're just gonna pluck it off. That's it. Nothing crazy. Make sure the lid's on. And if you guys, I know everybody's on a budget, everything like that. I do have a couple things in the buy it now. If you don't buy a tissue culture, I got stickers, I got keychains. You guys just hanging out helps me out a lot. So mouthy. All right, what did we just do? We just did the allocation ninja for multiplication. There we go. All right. Trying to see. Alocasia sinuata variegated. That's our next one up. So this is a great example of buying something that's already in TC to put it back into TC. So if you ever want to do this, I would highly recommend buying something already in TC. If it's your first time. My dogs are gonna be nuts tonight. It's all right. Right, that one was our variegated sinuata. That's what I said. Yes, variegated sinuata in multiplication. What's up, guys? Thanks for hanging out with me. Right. So, since I messed that one up, I have Bambino green, and then the rest are fried eggs. So I'm going to multiply one fried egg, and then I am going to root the rest. That's what we'll do. So this is the fried egg. And I'll explain the difference between the two medias once I get out of here. All I'm doing is just popping the top just a little bit. Trying to get down to that root, that corm. So see, this is why we're putting this guy in rooting media. We'll get his roots looking just a little bit better. I do like to label them when they come out. That way you guys know exactly what you're getting. Or root him. That's not going to come out. Multiply this guy. Oh, no, that's the Watsoniana. We don't want to multiply that guy. Or we do. I do want a fried egg. What's up, guy? I see those laughy faces. I'm missing out on all the fun, I can tell. Thanks for hanging out. I usually don't get a whole lot of people that like to hang out when I do this, so I appreciate it. I do have YouTube up and Facebook. I see you over there. I think my Instagram pros, so that's cool. Tech is gonna tech. All right. So this is our last Friday. I'm going to use her to multiply. Breed, essentially. I'm going to breed the Friday. And all charcoal does is it's just, so, and here I have ppm, and I also have charcoal. It's all to kind of help prevent contamination. Because obviously, like, I'm not in, like, a big space to do it. So, we work with what we got, right? What's up, guys? Welcome in. Thanks. Thanks for hanging out. Jamie, I saw you pop in there for a sec. Reading. So just have to. I messed up the sticker on one of them. It's all good. Okay. Got that one. Obviously, try not to be as messy as I am. All right, so I have 4. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I have 3 or 4 alocasia bambinos, ninjas. I'm going to end up putting those in rooting media. And then an alocasia watsoniana. So that's what we'll end up doing. So I think there's 2 or 3. Shit, didn't expect that many. Okay. This media is a little bit older, so that's kind of why we're changing it out. Just so you guys know. Yeah, look at that. So that guy has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 offshoots. Or corms, essentially. So I'll end up selling these guys too. What's up, guys? Welcome in. I am almost done. I got one more. I'm going to put into tissue culture. What's up, guys? Welcome in. Welcome in. Thanks for hanging out. Oh, Jamie, you were on. I did see you now. All right. All right. I just got to make a couple more labels. We'll do that after. Yeah. Okay. Help me remember. These two are what those two are. I'm just kidding. I don't expect you to remember. Oh, I do have two. Sweet. All right. So I have two more rooting medias. So we're going to do the Watsoniana and the Bambino. Just a regular, it's not a variegated Bambino, it's just a regular Bambino, but we're going to do the Watsoniana first. Obviously, if I was faster and better at this, I would do multiples in a media, like you guys see. That's awesome, Jamie. It's good to see you. Well, not see you, but see you. So for those of you who don't know, I have Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube up on my other camera. Will you just let them down or whatever? Oh. Is he in the garage or the basement? Go find your dog.
You locked him outside?
No.
Rocky. Nolly, come back inside. Nala, come back inside.
Check the basement.
Nala, inside. Oh,
So we've lost one of our dogs.
I bet you would. He's just sitting. He's standing outside like an idiot. He's right there. Girl, come on. Now we got come on.
All right, this is just a regular Bambino. So apparently my dog doesn't know how to use the dog door right now. All right, thanks, Jamie. Thanks for hanging out. So for those of you who don't know, I have Huskies, and the Huskies do what Huskies do. Dramatic. Dramatic. All right, I should probably put this guy in multiplication media because he's a little big for what I got, but this is what we got, guys. All good. All right. So that is that one. What a bunch of turds these dogs are. What's up, guys? Thanks for hanging out. listening to my dogs be insane.
He's acting like he's terrified, so he's on his own. He's staying outside.
That's fine. I thought he was.
No, he's just
I thought you trapped him upstairs.
No.
All right, guys, I'm gonna come out of the hood, and I'll see what questions you guys had. Ooh. Oh. All right, let's move. There is Facebook and Instagram, and then I'm going to rotate here. What's up, guys? Thanks for hanging out. I'm going to scroll up. If you guys got questions, what is up, Crumb City Cooking? Guys, go follow. I'm going to fangirl real quick. Holy crap. Holy crap. Go follow them. Tag them up. Did you guys raid me? Did I miss it? I freaking missed it, probably. Thanks for my mod catching them. Guys, go follow them. Go. Now, leave my stream. Just do it. Go follow them. Do it now. I didn't do it. Just go do it. They got deep dish cookies. Okay. If you're on Facebook and Instagram, so I'm multi-streaming. Go follow them on Instagram. All the above. Dude, I love it. I was actually trying to raid into you guys, but hey, this works. Deep dish cookies. It'll change your life. Go do it now. Just go. I appreciate you hanging out, but all right, let me scroll up. Oh yeah, you guys were already chatting them up. I love it. Thanks for hanging out. Check the bin. Has anybody got any questions that I missed? Like way yonder. Ask them now. Okay. So all we did is we subcultured some of our stuff. Okay. And now I'll show you guys. I'm also going to run them under a UV sterilizer. Oh, what is a TC? That is an excellent question. What, Speedball? Nice to see you. Thanks for coming out of retirement. Okay, all a tissue culture is just a baby plant. Okay, it's a way for. We'll just start with that. It's a baby plant. So when you can buy them in bags like this. Okay, they come with media. It's just like baking a cookie. It's baking a cake. It's a recipe you follow. So what I did is I essentially took some of what was already in tissue culture. I put it back into tissue culture, into a rooting or multiplication media. So essentially what will happen is, let me make sure this guy is in multiplication, except he's in rooted. What it'll do is, oh yeah, you could do the other stuff too. Just saying. But yeah, so if you're gonna root it, you put one baking ingredients in it. If you're going to multiply it, you're gonna put a different ingredient into it. They're all hormones that are designed to do it. This is essentially just a recipe, and the reason it's dark is because we have charcoal in there. We also have ppm. It's not an antibiotic, but think of it as like the Dayquil of your meds, right? Everybody knows, like, if you overdose on something, they make you drink charcoal. Charcoal sucks up all that bad stuff, and then you puke it out, right? Don't mean to gross everybody out, but that's essentially what we're doing. So these are really susceptible to not infection. That's not the right word. Contamination. So that's why we do it under a hood with a HEPA filter. Because really all we do, it's like 3 hours of work for letting these sit for like 4 weeks. Whole lot of work for 5 minutes of fun. And if you guys know, you know. 12 people. I got up to 12 people. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's do it. Ask your questions. Check out the bin. Thanks for dropping in. Dang. I love it. So, yeah. So, essentially, what we'll do with this one is we will. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Heather Bugs. Yeah, and guys, I appreciate you guys hanging out, even if you don't spend money. I just want information to be accessible so people aren't so terrified of these things because they're not that scary. Okay? I want everybody to be able to have access to it. So essentially, this guy will sit in this jar for 4 weeks. I know you're terrified. It's okay. I mean, I do have this, like, well, I have some in the bin or the shop. I need to stop calling it the bin. It confuses people. So I have one of these. These are ready to go. They're not imported. They're like 3 times removed from the imports. And I can show you guys upstairs. I also have acclimation kit in the shop. And obviously, like when you buy from me, you can ask any questions. I do have, what's up? What's up, guys? I'm kind of fangirling for a minute. My bad. So I do have this. If you guys are like super terrified of tissue cultures, you can schedule a time with me. It's an hour. You guys know I like to talk longer than that. But before I break, this is a UV sterilizer. Just get it out of the way. Get your heads out of the gutter. It's not bad. It's not. They aren't bad. They just, so the way imports work, other than like imports, they essentially go through a bunch of stress. So let's say we're shipping a plant from Thailand. Crumb City, go follow Crumb City Cookies. Go, that's who. So yeah, essentially they get imported from either China or Thailand. There's absolutely nothing wrong with them. That's how I got started. They have different regulations. They have different processes. And most of the time, like this agar, that's what it's called. The agar usually lasts like 4 to 6 weeks on average. Because what happens is when you put a plant into tissue culture, it'll start spiking, start taking up the nutrients. And then once those nutrients are gone, it'll start bottoming. So if you buy a tissue culture from somebody that sat for like a couple months, oh, dang, what'd you buy? Thank you. Thank you for the purchase. So if you buy something from overseas, it's already been like a weekend transport. No way. Thank you. Thank you so much. So it's already been like a week. See, I'm bad. I'm just as bad, Evan. I am terrible. I cannot keep on track. So they sit for like a couple weeks. By the time somebody sells them, they're probably like 3-4 weeks in. So you want to plant them relatively quickly. While these, like I know, I just put these in. So I could ship these out Monday and you can have them by like Wednesday or Thursday. And they're already acclimated to like the United States. They haven't gone through shipping stress. They haven't gone through any of that stuff that you normally would have with importing plants. Did that answer your question? I feel like I rambled. I don't know. So all I'm doing is just UV sterilizing this. But yeah, they're not bad. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, they're not bad at all. Like, I'll show you the difference. So I had a really good example the other day of like garbage TCs, but That was the other day. So if you guys are going to buy a TC from anyone, this is the other thing. Like, I like to educate people. It's pretty clear. It's a little cloudy, but it's not bad. My husky does not want to use the dog door today. He is losing his mind. So this is pretty clear. I would consider this a okay and good to go. 100%. Yeah, drop those hearts. Versus like when it sits in tissue culture for too long, it starts to get brown and starts to degrade. Just like any other ingredient, like, right, the plant can only uptake so much nutrients, and once it's done uptaking the nutrients, it's got nowhere for the nutrients to go, and it's got no more nutrients to eat, so we're going to start starving. Yeah, 100%. 100%. The Bambino, 100%. And what makes them better, not better, I shouldn't use the word better. That's not a great word. They just don't go through shipping stress. They don't go through a lot of the issues you have with importing. Like half these started as imports. So sometimes what you'll get is not so much big roots. Thank you, Heather. Yeah, Heather. And I have like a 9-page instructions on how to acclimate these. So don't worry. I'll send everything for you. I'll send it out on Monday. And then actually, I'll send you a message to reach out to me when your stuff gets there. And then we'll set up a time that works for you. Thank you so much. Does that sound good? Yeah, we're going to do acrylic nails. Yes. No, this is like my last line of defense against contamination. Like, right, we've done everything we could. Like, everything was autoclaved, aka sterilized. We isopropyl alcohol the stuff away. Oh, yeah, you got questions for Crumb City? Crumb City. Why did I think? I was thinking of Cap City. But yeah, ask away. Ask questions. Guys, if you don't get their cookies, they're going to be gone next week. It's a whole new rotation. Look, I'm just telling you. You need to. Yes. No, I love it. I love it. Yes. I could take you guys upstairs after I do this. And that sounds terrible. That sounds terrible. I'm sorry. Yes, you plant them. But there's a whole acclimation process, right? So it's not like a plant you go buy from like Home Depot or Lowe's or Walmart or whatever. These guys have essentially lived their entire life in a plastic bag with artificial food. You know how we all feel about the artificial food stuff. I'm just saying. So that's all it's ever known. It hasn't known life outside of its little habitat. So we have to slowly acclimate it. It's just like a baby. A baby is born, right? We don't just like take it out into the cold, right? So we bundle it, we feed it nutrients, we keep the dome on to keep it super humid. And then after a couple weeks, you'll have a plant. So it's a really good way to get expensive plants, like Ninja Albo probably isn't a great example, but you guys know, like a regular fry deck, a variegated fry deck can go upwards of $80 a plant for like a 4-inch, but you can get it in tissue culture for like half the price. Monsteras are super popular. Everybody loves those. Yeah, so it's just access. I have some imported TCs coming in like the 3rd week, so I'll sell some of those. I just can't keep up with like demand between like doing these and, you know, when you don't have enough inventory for what the people want, but like you can only bake them so fast. I don't have a Monstera Albo TC, but I'm trying to think. My honest opinion, if you get it from imported stuff, hold on. If you guys don't dime me out, okay? If you dime me out, don't pay over $10-15 for an imported TC for a Tycon. Don't do it. Like 100% reputable sellers, 100% like Moose and all them, go buy from them. Don't get in a bidding war with somebody. Like if you gotta wait. I know it's hard because we see them and we want to get them. We want to get them now. So they'll go north of 40, 50 bucks. Just don't do it. Just wait. Yeah, it is cheaper. It's way cheaper. That's one thing I want to do next is you can do the same thing with like a cutting, like propagating plants. We could totally just chop them. They're just harder to clean. You guys know how that goes. Everything is dirty, nasty. I'll show you the rec TCs that I got. Yes and no. So there's hybrids like crosses. You can do crosses and those do like require, you know, from one plant to another. So yeah, you're essentially gluing two plants together in the very rudimentary sense on some of these hybrids. But a lot of them have been around so long that essentially, like a Monstera, right? The Monstera, you can't even see it. That's terrible. That's okay. Different example. Alocasias. All the plants essentially do their own seeds. They'll do corms, which is essentially a seed, or they'll have seeds. And you can do this. Like I could get a tamale seed and multiply it and do it. Like you can do this with just about anything. But yeah, some are lab grown, some are crosses, and some are just continuation of what somebody's already TC'd. I could show you all the ones I have in TC. I always keep some back. So I'll only sell what I know I already have in multiplication. So every 4 weeks I go back, I do the same process, same ingredients. But yeah, thank you. That is so nice of you. That sounded bad. I just love it when people are nice. Oh, shoot. I almost forgot about YouTube. Sorry, YouTube. My bad. Don't cut me. So, yeah, essentially, instead of bad is better. You always coming in joking. Sounds like TC's for cookie. I know. But yeah, like I said, there's a whole, you guys know what I'm talking about. When I say there's a whole like subculture, like most your, okay, a lot of your THC is farmed and tissue cultured that way. Like there's whole tissue culture farms for that. Right? Because you want to have a certain gene. It's just like these. You want to have a certain gene, certain characteristic. So, yeah. I haven't done it yet. But yeah. Where did TC start? That's a great question. That is a great question. I don't 100% know, but that's okay because we're going to just Google it. Like the art of tissue culture has been around for years, like years. Like way back, way before me, way before my parents. Like crossing anthuriums, you guys know, is a super big thing. That's been around. Like plant breeding has been around forever. All right, here we go. This is the Google version, so you know it's true. All right, the concept of tissue culture originated from the work of the German botanist, I'm not even going to pronounce his name, in the early 20th century. Okay, I know. He theorized that plant cells could be grown in isolation and proposed the theoretical basis for plant tissue culture. That's right. I knew who he was. A German. Just saying. So yeah, that's where it started. Like breeding programs have been around for forever. What is? Yes. Another great person. Me too. I am German Irish. Yes, plant cell technology, plants in jars. Those are two like people that I follow on YouTube and any. They have Discord. I follow them on Discord. So yeah. Yeah, plants in jars are the juicy jungle. What's up, the juicy jungle? I know. Autocorrect has killed me this week. I'm just saying. It's brutal. It's been brutal. Juicy jungle. I don't think. Have you been in my lives before? I recognize the name, though. Thanks for the shares. Thanks for the purchases. Thanks for hanging out. I'll take you upstairs. I'll show you what we got. Ask those TC questions. Oh, thanks. Thank you for jumping in. So we just wrapped up. Like you're coming in at the very end, which is cool. We ain't mad about it. Oh, you thought you'd check me out? How do I look? I'm just saying. Yeah, so the multiplication media is just the way I like to describe it is you have your auxins and your cytokinins, okay? So your cytokinin is just a specific hormone, like IBA, right? No, sorry. IBA is the rooting. Reptile show, okay. But so your cytokinin, like in your multiplication media, it creates different sites, right? So think of it like an alocasia. All we're doing is speeding up that multiplication process of those corms, and it's giving us different sites of corms. So then what we do once we have our established number of corms, we'll take it out and we'll put it into rooting media, which is your auxins. It's just another hormone. And the way I like to describe auxins, I keep it straight in my head. The cytokinins give you different sites. And then the auxins, what they do is they're like an aux. They want to hold down your tissue culture and give it roots. So there you go. That's my redneck version of what that is. God, that looks terrible on there. Yeah, no problem. Ask away. I mean, I can tell you what, like, you can have a whole recipe. I don't believe in, like, gatekeeping and shit like that. Oh, Did I forget to shut that off? I didn't. So yeah, that's all. That is a great question because I've had a couple people ask me. Yeah, thank you. I've had a couple people ask me that because you guys know the venom corms are like super expensive and everything. If I was gonna do like a super high-end corm, I would want to start it from a corm, unless I knew exactly where it came from. Like without fail, I would know that the venom corm came from a legit venom. You know what I mean? Because what happens is sometimes if you don't get the genes, just like when you propagate something, if you don't get the striping in the albo ticon right, if you don't get that white, it's probably not going to carry over. So it's going to revert. Like what part of the plant? That's kind of a loaded question because you can do corms, you can do chunks, you can do nodes, you can just like you would propagate anything. Does that make sense? I didn't mean that sounded like an asshole answer. I'm sorry. All right. You guys want to see my dogs? Now no. Clipping to a TC. Oh, yeah. No, I love it. I love it. I can't bake to save my life, so I would ask you guys the same questions. Hold on. Let me find a really good example for you. What do you mean? Well, I was talking where the TC came from. Yeah, hey, don't be scared of TCs. I'll do a tissue culture like acclimation one later. Hold on. Yeah, okay. Hold on 1 second. So the main difference between like a tissue culture and a cutting is tissue cultures will go a lot faster. They're essentially your tiny plant. So that's a good example. Okay, let's say this is your node from your monstera or whatever. Like whatever plant you have, this is your seed, this is your node, and you just cut it to propagate it, right? Perfectly acceptable. I have some of those. But all you have is this one node. So let's say this is our node. You guys know, if you know monsteras, you know any other plants, they all have nodes. They all have like offshoots and stuff like that. So let's say this is our monstera ticon clipping. It's got one node. You go plant that in dirt, you're going to get one set of roots, right? Because you're essentially rooting it. What happens when we put it into tissue culture is essentially we're multiplying that root times whatever. Monsteras are a bad example because they take forever to grow. But instead of just having the one node, now we've multiplied the node to 10. So now what we can do when we take it out of multiplication media is now we can essentially propagate 10 where all we got was 1 from this node. That's kind of the good difference, I think. That was a good explanation. This is why I love the questions, because it helps me like think of how to explain stuff. Because I know how to do it. I'm not always great at explaining it. Booyah, right, Speedball? That was good. That was good. Oh, it'll be on YouTube too. YouTube worked. Look, and just to get on the YouTube kick and Facebook. So this app is supposed to be able to stream to like all the above, but I've tried it like 40 times and it never works. So now I had to come in and hardline into everything so I can get my freaking content. You know how many times I've done these shows, go back, there's no content? Like, God, come on. We're content creators. You have to be everything. All right, sorry, that was my rant. How do you know when a TC is acclimated? That is a great, yeah, I'm looking at Instagram and it's same thing. It's frozen. It's frozen like this. So I can't wait to see what that looks like. I'm going to end the stream over here and then I'm going to go upstairs. I'm going to show you guys a couple of the different like acclimated versus in the process of acclimating and so far and so forth. So brief intermission, stand by. Yeah, I don't want to play my outro. I just want to end the stream. Oh, really? Interesting. Oh, I use StreamYard. So I'll use StreamYard because I use it for my woodworking stuff as well.